saw the last couple videos, we installed the Moto Gadget mirrors and the Aero exhaust. Today, we're going to take care of some of the wind. Install Puig Dark Knight fairing kit. So, in the box, we get instructions which are in Spanish. The fairing itself, the visor. This came in blacked out, smoke, and clear. I think there might have been a couple different levels of smoke too. All the hardware and brackets to install it, and a pack of hardware to install the visor to the actual fairing. There are two brackets like this. One, they're marked left and right, so it's not leaky and fumble them up. Those are going to attach to the bike using these included bolts and spacers, which are going to go through this up bent portion, just like that. Spacer on this side, and this actually attaches right at the fork. It also comes with a bottom bracket, which uses the factory bolts. The bolts we have to remove, and the ones we're installing, we're at the forks are number 6 Allen. The ones at the bottom, we're going to attach this bracket, are a 10mm headed bolt. Installing the visor is pretty simple. As these inserts, you're just going to push those right in the hole there, just like that. Comes with screws, Allen head screws, these plastic nylon washers, and caps to go on everything to make it look a little tidy. So with these, make sure you do not over tighten them. Once you start to feel some real solid resistance, you need to stop. You can over tighten things like this with these inserts, and you want to work from the center out, one at a time, in a pattern like that. So center, left, right, left, right, left, right. Checking and make sure you're maintaining a proper gap all the way around. And once you have them tightened, they provided these plastic caps. And as we put the brackets on, we're going to leave them all loose so we can properly adjust this thing. This bolt here, right at the top of the fork, we're going to back that out on each side. They're not in there very tight. I've already broken this loose. They're not that loose. We're going to save these, but we're not going to use them. This is the right hand bracket. Slide a bolt through the dog ear. And then we're going to slide a spacer on the back side and thread that up. We're going to repeat the same process for the left hand side. So you want to get these snugged up pretty well, but you need them to still be able to move so we can make adjustments to the cowl when we install it. Now there's two 10mm bolts here. We're going to remove these, but we're going to reuse these for the bottom bracket. Alright, so the bracket should orientate this way with this ear up. The bolts are going to go right through here and bolt straight back to where the factory bolts were removed, just like that. We also don't want to tighten this down too much because we need to be able to move it around. The holes are cut slightly larger than the bolts themselves to allow a little bit of movement so we can line up the fairing. On the fairing, we're going to insert small metal inserts it gives you into the rubber bungs, and just line that up. It's probably going to be easier said than done one-handed. On the bike. And see where you've got to be with your left and right brackets. It looks like I need to tilt mine down quite a bit. So we're going to feed the screw into the bottom bracket first, we know that's going to be our most centered point. But leave it kind of loose. But this will hold the fairing in place while we attach the sides and get everything lined up. Alright, so nothing to it from this point. Just rinse and repeat. Put the screws in, shift it around as needed to get everything lined up the way it needs to be, and the install will be complete. Once I have this buttoned up, I'll take some pictures. I'll take it on a test ride real quick, make sure it holds up, and I'll be right back.